Spring from Trading Safely doing an update on gold. We're just going to apply our three-step analysis to the gold market like we usually do. First of all, we want to add on our multiple time frame pivot study, and that's all these little horizontal bars here. So we've got the green, which is daily, the yellow, which is weekly, the pink, which is monthly, the brown is quarterly, and this orange up here is annual. And there's two of each, bullish and bearish level. Now, right now for gold, we are at the weekly bullish and it's acting as resistance. For the last few days, we've been mentioning this 1243 zone is critical for gold now. There's a confluence of reasons why this is a key resistance point. First of all, the volume profile. Second of all, last month's close, and also the low of last month. And also we're at the breakdown point here, the high of the breakdown point. So it is a critical region for gold. We can see when we look down here at our multiple time frame oscillator, it is potentially reaching a limit of participation across time. I mean, that score of 16 isn't the max. It can go above that red line to 20, but it's certainly at the higher end of the scale. So it is a place where gold could turn down. We did have a nice reaction off our weekly slingshot, which is those white dots, and that occurs when this yellow bearish pivot is below the monthly bearish. Bigger picture, we have a quarterly negative slingshot, so that's this quarterly bullish above the yearly bullish, which creates downward energy. So right now, what we'd like to see for a move down is really, I want to be taking out this 12, 11 sort of area on a closing basis. So right now, from the takeaway from the pivots is that we are at the weekly bullish. It's acting as resistance. Certainly a close above here and above this 1243 zone at the end of the week would mean we're testing higher, but equally this is the place where we can move lower from. So if we just remove the pivots and add on our closing resistance studies. Just bear with me, folks. So I'm going to take the pivots off and add our resistance on. And that's interesting. Now we've got, once again, guys, everything's color coded for time. So this is suggesting that there's some daily resistance forming today. We'll know the outcome of that at the end of the session. But certainly it's potentially we're forming a resistance at the daily level. So once again, this is a critical point, 1243. If we break lower here, we're obviously retesting. We're going to take out this low and test the 1194 zone. If I add in our qualified support and resistance, we've got this 1189 to 1194 zone is critical, and then following that is 1152. So there's just some short-term indications now that early in the session, it's possible we may retest lower from here. There's certainly some indications on a time perspective that it's possible we could test lower. So that would be a resumption of the downtrend. Equally, really the major bullish level is to get back above this high on a weekly closing basis at 1297. So for me, the weight is still down on gold until we can get a daily close above the 1243 zone, and that's what I've been maintaining for the last few days. So hope that helps.